All right, AJ back here at E3 2011 with Todd Batty again. And now we're talking about surviving it in SSX.
Yeah, so this is Survive It is something that had a lot of people concerned in early days with SSX, but we kind of been over this. Survive It's not about trying to outrun from people trying to kill you or shoot at you. And
no guns.
Contrary to popular opinion, we're not making modern Snowfair. But what Survive It is we kind of looked at just action adventure games as a whole, and simplest win condition in games for anybody to understand is make it from point A to point B and don't get yourself killed. And in early days we kind of thought, well, what would that mean underneath the SSX umbrella? And we had all these awesome mountains, and we were doing all this research on sort of just high altitude, crazy dangerous, and looking at what the sort of evolution of the sport of snowboarding has gone through and some of the crazy things that people are doing in real life. And so if you look at what people are doing now, we just kind of thought, well, if we don't deliver on that and then some, we haven't done our jobs as designers. So what we're going to look at here is a very early sneak peek at what one of our levels that we call a Deadly Descents is. This is on Denali in Alaska, and this is the Deadly Descent of snow. So if you could imagine how snow would materialize itself as something awful, I think you'll probably figure it out. It's all about avalanche. So our snow feature, it's really innovative and very cool. What we do is every time you ride on any level in the game, as you carve and as you land from big jumps, you're exerting a physical force on the surface that you land on. We have a surface analysis that checks out what is the stability rating of the surface that you're landing on, and depending on how stable or unstable it is, we actually spawn some physics particles that are like snow, and they start to roll and move down the mountain. Now, typically on most levels, if they're not too steep or they don't have a lot of unstable terrain, those will just sort of peter out and just die off very quickly. But on steeper levels or levels with big, huge overhanging cornices, when that snow hits an area of instability, it actually triggers more snow to go, and that snow then starts to move down the mountain, and if it hits more areas of instability, it triggers more snow, and you can inadvertently start an avalanche anytime on any level in the game. Let's take a look at what that looks like in the actual software.
Speaking of danger, you just dropped out of a helicopter. That doesn't seem real safe.
Yeah, so helicopters are going to be a big part of SSX. They are your transportation. They are what gets you from point A to point B. They are also something that can save your ass when things get a little bit hairy. They can help ferry you across jumps and chasms that you otherwise couldn't make. You can see as I jump off of the cliff right here, I also have a wingsuit. So wingsuit is another really cool addition to the SSX franchise. You can fly in SSX, so if you jump off of a cliff, a big huge cliff, or if you need to cross a crevasse that is too far for you to jump across, you can actually, I'll do it right here, you can actually deploy a wingsuit and fly and coast down. And so as I drop down here from the wingsuit, you'll see that this will probably start
yes.
a massive avalanche, which I will then try to get out of the way. You can see for this Deadly Descent, one of the things that we're doing with a lot of the Deadly Descents is changing up sort of the cinematic approach. We're actually playing this level in a reverse camera, something that we had a lot of doubt about whether we could pull off, but we actually designed the level in such a way that it actually makes the experience that much cooler and that much richer. So all kinds of fun to be had on this level. The cool thing is it is never the same way twice. Every time you play it, just depending on where you go and how you carve, avalanches spawn all over the place, and the snow builds and grows and dies off and takes different paths than you down the mountain, and it just provides an endless amount of fun trying to outrun it. And I think I'm gonna die. Oh, and I'm finished.
That looks like you're dead. All right, thanks, Todd. Once again, that is SSX. Check out all our footage at facebook.com/EA Sports. Thanks again, Todd.
Thanks for having me.